increased physicality is team-wide. Sometimes more noticeable for some. Leferrier to me seems like he's really using his body well. Focus point, priority point for him?
It is, and here's the great thing about Laff, and we've all appreciated the season he's had, coming in. I don't think these were the expectations for him at all, to play with the Kings, to play this much with the Kings. And, Laff talked to after the break when I took over, and I told him that we needed to be more physical. And this is just such an example of Laff. And what has he gone out and done, Foxy? What have you noticed? More physical. I've rarely been around a player, and I don't think ever a young player, that you say something to once and you see it. You certainly see it applied, trying to at least. So it's a real credit to him. Boy, we're proud of the season he's had thus far, and he's going to be an important part of the final push.
Just following up on Foxy's and him, if you notice, like, when he gets a little bit more rest, that he's probably a little bit more recharged too? Because it seems like sometimes, like, some of the heavy schedule, he's kind of backed off a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we know what, coming out of college, and he was ECAC too at Harvard, where they play even less. That's why the season he's put together has been, so impressive, because sure, he's had some small dips based on schedule, as you said, but then he comes back out. Just when you think, maybe, it's catching up with him, he comes back out and he gives you, 15, 16 just great minutes and physical. So, just really impressive for a young player. Really, really impressive.
Power play seems to be clicking over the last couple of weeks, up into the top 10 in the league. You seen more of those positive signs that you're looking for from that team?
It's interesting. What I would tell you is, some of the things that make the power play go, the entries, chances, we're probably not as efficient as we'd like to be. What drives the power play as its efficiency is goals. So we're scoring goals, but we're on fewer chances right now. I'd like to see us generating more. I'd like to see us getting in better, generating more chances. We'll take the goals. But sooner or later that's going to catch up with you. And I'd be saying the same thing had we not been scoring right now, but I would be telling you, hey, there were stretches in the season where we were entering, we're on the net, they're going to go in. So right now, as well as we're doing as far as finishing, we need to execute a little better.
And on those entries, like not having Kempe, like you kind of divert to one or two different guys, or just kind of like everybody collectively pick up the slack?
I think collectively, and I mean, Q's gone back on the drop now with Kevin. Q skates well, he enters well, but Kevin and Kempe now, for a year and a half, kind of speak the same language. They read off each other. They've got a few different options that they do. They've got the green light to talk amongst themselves and attack how they see fit. So it's just not the same. Yeah.
Playing Vancouver twice in 3 games, even though you beat them the first time, were there adjustments that they made as the game went on that you expect to see tonight that you have to then adjust for?
Well, we'll see. I mean, we went through it. We'll be careful, spending too much time on the last game, because, that one's done. We liked how we played. They played well defensively. We didn't get that much. We were able to find the back of the net. So I'm not sure what we'll see tonight. We're going to be prepared for maybe some changes from them. Who knows? But we just want to play the same game that we played. Our greatest focus through this whole thing is just on ourselves. From team to team, every team you play is a good team. They have some subtle differences in them. But if we're playing our game, we'll make some small adjustments to the other team. But that's a secondary importance.
I asked you a lot about Kevin and Phil over the last few games. What have you seen from the third guy in that line, Trevor Moore, that's kind of contributed to that line's success?
Well, Trevor's usually pretty consistent with his work ethic. We talk about, Foxy asked about tracking back, the back check. Trevor, always leads us that way, working back. But it's nice to see that goal he got in Edmonton. It seems like it's given him a little bit more pop offensively again. He had the great first half as far as goal scoring. So he looks to be a little bit more dangerous. And, a goal, 2 goals, that'll do that for you. That'll get you going again. And look at Phil. He got the big one in Calgary. Now all of a sudden puck's following him a little bit more. And I think that's the same with Trevor.